Here he is.
Hello.
He's showing off. He's having a look around. He's just having a roll. He's like bit of a show off, but you know. Bit of a show off.
Attention. He loves these fish, and he loves attention from you guys too. So if you guys give him a wave, he should wave back. Stick an arm in the air, wave it about. That's the idea. Give them a wave.
There you go.
Just respond to clapping too. You'll know when to clap. That's the idea. Yeah, whenever I give him a pat on the back, I'll say, well done, good boy. He responds like a dog to that attention. He loves it. And whenever you guys are clapping, I'm often rewarding him at the same time. And they quickly make that link. So after a few times out here on the stage, the sea lion starts to respond when you clap. And this is known as positive reinforcement. Of course, fish works well as a reward too. They feed mainly on fish. That makes up about 90% of the diet. They also eat squid, eel and octopus too. They swim using the powerful front flippers. In the water, the front flippers work together. They act like giant paddles. With one sweep of these front flippers, they can glide for 100 metres and they can accelerate to about 12 miles per hour. They stick out from the side of the head. A seal's ear is just a small hole on the side of the head. Seals don't have external ear flaps. And sea lions have bigger front flippers than seals. A seal's front flipper only grows as big as my hand. So look at the size difference. That's because the two animals swim in different ways. Seals use the back flippers to swim, sea lions use the front flippers. So their front flippers much bigger and much more powerful. Only a sea lion can do this. He can stand on his front flippers. Go on, show us your strength. Up you go. Yeah. It would be impossible for any seal to do that because their flippers aren't big enough to stand or walk on. If you watch how Merlin walks about on land, he walks on all four flippers. He can run, he can jump, he can climb. In the wild, they actually spend more time on land than they do in the ocean. So they've adapted and evolved to be able to move around quite quickly and easily on all four flippers. Now, seals have to move like this. He's not a seal. He doesn't like being called a seal. In fact, he's never met a seal in his life, but he does a great impression of one for you. Go on, show us how seals move. Yeah, like this. They sort of bounce. A bit like a giant caterpillar. They can't stand or walk on the flippers. They have to move their spine in waves like feel the ball. The whiskers around the nose are incredibly sensitive. Each one of them has a strong nerve at the base, which makes them more sensitive than our fingertips. Every time the ball presses on his whiskers, he's moving his head in response, and that's how he's learned to keep the ball on. Great use of the whiskers. Moves in the water, tried to wait for several hours while he messed about with them, but eventually he brought one back. When he did, he got a pat on the back of a piece of fish. Here, presto, you've trained with fish.
I like that little piece of fish.
Yeah, all the training we do here is based on positive reinforcement, just rewarding him with fish or a pat on the back or vocal praise whenever he does anything right. If he makes a mistake, we don't punish him. If I was to punish him for any reason, he wouldn't trust me. And trust is very important because they've got sharp teeth.
Oh.
So all the training, just about rewarding. You've got 3. There's number 4. Can we make it 5 out of 5? Of course we can. Sea lions are good at catching because they've got binocular eyesight. That means they've got 2 eyes that face forward, just like you and me. This allows them to judge distance and speed. When we flip the hoops, they're much, much harder to catch. This time he's got to judge the movements of the hoop perfectly, and he's got to adjust his head at the last second to make the catch. So he might only get 3 out of 5 this time, but if he gets 3, he's done well, because this is difficult. He's got to watch the hoops very, very closely and react at the very last second to make the catch. Doing very well so far. Oh, can we make it 5 out of 5? Yes! Okay, next he's going to attempt a backwards somersault. He's going to throw his whole body head over tail in the pool to demonstrate his flexibility. Now, they can't swim as fast as a shark or a killer whale can. They have a top speed in the water of around 12 miles per hour. Sharks a lot faster, killer whales a bit faster than that. But these animals in the wild, if they're far out to sea and they can't get back onto the beach in time, they start to twist and turn very quickly in the water when they spot a predator. It looks very bizarre, but it can confuse the predator and allow them to make an escape. Now he's going to show you his flexibility. No, you wait over that side. He loves doing this because he's the best at it. The other sea lions are rubbish at this. So he likes to show you his somersaulting ability. Watch in front of me, he's going to do a turtle loop in midair, so he's looking at a 360-degree twist. Are you ready, Merlin? Go! 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
Really good one. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for that somersault. Ready, let's see a somersault. 3, 2, 1, here he comes now! Very graceful indeed. Well done, Merlin. Give yourself a clap.
Yeah, proper show
Now,
off.
the outer coat is actually fur. They look smooth and slippery when wet, but they are actually furry. When they're wet, the fur sticks tight to the body to make them more streamlined. But when they dry off, they go all fluffy, and they feel a bit like a fleece jacket. Now, Matteo joined us about 18 months ago from Dublin Zoo. That's where he was born. He has just turned 3. And he's very hyperactive, he gets very excited in front of an audience. You've got to bear in mind, a lot of the time he's been here has been spent in lockdown, where he hasn't seen an audience. So when he comes out and sees all you guys, he does tend to get very excitable. And he's only got a short attention span, so we're not going to do very much with him today, but we're going to show you a couple of things that he can do. Up you get, little man, how are you doing today? Now, when we first start training the sea lions here, one of the very first things they learn to do is called targeting. And before he does this, I'll explain what we're going to do at the end of the show. Our sea lion Marvin will be posing for photos. Now, if you want a photo with Marvin, you've got to buy a poster first. We've got some giant posters, they're £5 each. Anyone that buys one of those posters can pose for a picture in front of Marvin. You've got to take your own pictures, it is £5 per person, but all the proceeds go directly back to the sea lions here, all contributing to those never-ending fish bills. So it's much appreciated. And it's a great photo opportunity if you've got your phones or your cameras, well worth a try. And we always appreciate anyone that buys a poster. Now, little man, it's down to you to try that ball jump. Let's give him a countdown from 3 to 1. Join in. 3,
2, 1.
Here he goes. And up he goes. Yeah!
Hey!
Well done, little fella. Yeah, give yourself a clap. Good. If he misses, he's going to suck for the rest of the day. So just give him a clap anyway. If he gets a whisker to it, I want a big, big cheer. Okay, now just do your best, Matteo, that is all we ask. Down you come. Now I want you to join in with a countdown from 3 to 1. Are you ready? 3,
2, 1.
go for it! Here he comes, it's a big ask! Give yourself another clap.
He did it.
And that just leaves me to say thank you all so much for coming today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Merlin and Clive will be out in the pool in a few minutes' time. Marvin and Matteo posing for pictures around there. Whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your day at Flamingo Land. From Matteo, Merlin and me,